Hey Urs, how you doing?
Hey, we're good, thank you.
Bristol, another show.
Bristronica, yes, Machina Bristronica.
New
yes.
merch as well. I might have to come and get some of this swag.
Yeah, new T-shirts,
New
blind plates, panels,
like the look of that.
new displays, and stickers. Woohoo! So the first 100 people who came in who were lucky enough to get one of the bags, they already have the stickers and a blind panel. But you can get more here. If you missed it, come here. We have them.
But that's not what people come for. Although stickers are great. What are you showing us then, Urs, today?
So basically, we're still working on completing our modular synth voice. So many of these modules are familiar from previous videos. Like we have our CVlization, this time as an oscillator again. Then we have our envelope, which is like a three-way envelope. We have got Wiretap. Wiretap is in the center, which is the module that creates a rhythm out of a sequence. And that one is actually shipping now to the vendors.
Good Lord.
So the first couple of them are somewhere in the post and they're coming out and we're all super happy. And then CVlization again as a mixer. And here's Centurion. This is our two-way 6-in-2 scan mixer. And then we've got our filter, which still doesn't have a name, but it's almost ready to. So we'll be trying to go in production soon.
And this is what we're hearing in the background at the moment. It's sort of
that's what we're hearing. So it's basically all synth voices start with CVlization, and then there's a filter, and then there's a sequencer doing the main sequence, which is this Metropolis.
Intelligence, yeah.
And then that creates the bass line basically, and then from the bass line we analyze where things go, and this creates the drums, which are coming from Tubotech, and the drums are being sent into the Centurion, and some sequence there defines what drums we hear at any time. So this goes.
So it's like a generative patch almost, or
yes,
sort of
yes,
partially.
yes.
Yeah.
But also we have this amazing.
And is that coming from CVlization as well?
That's CVlization as well, and because CVlization has a built-in quantizer for the oscillator, we can't do anything wrong. I can press whatever I want; it's gonna be in tune.
Perfect.
This is perfect. This is like this is how I need it to be, right? So that's
nice effects. So is that the plan then? The idea is really to build a full synth voice and have an entire UHE path. Yeah.
Right. So we started out making mostly utility modules, right? So CVlization is my ultimate utility module for the way I work with Modular. But then as we continue to develop new things, new prototypes and everything, it goes more into familiar territory, right? So it's like utility modules are like the initial exercise where you think you can't do anything wrong, but then of course CVlization is the most complex utility module you can think of, right? So yeah, so it works.
So I mean, what's interesting, because there's some analog stuff in what you're doing, and there's some analog stuff in your plans, but
yes,
does the fact that there's a lot of these have digital brains make it harder to finish, shall I say?
That's a good possibility. So I mean, we thought CVlization took long to develop, like 3 years, but Wiretap is now 3.5 years, and it's a much simpler product. But of course, I mean, there's like the whole thing about then we actually hired people. So the original modules were outsourced, right? So we did them with the help of Tubotech, but then we got our own guy. And then our own guy had to then first adapt to all the stuff that we had done with Tubotech. So this is like, it's also a transition phase. And then, the it doesn't sound like it anymore, but there was a pandemic.
Yeah,
that was all complicated.
Do you think that, so, I mean, do you find that when you're kind of brainstorming stuff for your flagship software, do you find little ideas and things that you think, oh, that could go in CVlization?
Yes, of course.
Oh dear.
So the Wiretap is basically taken from Hive. So, but and the original thing in Hive was I wanted to have a function generator like a math in Hive, and math has these extra gates, and then I thought, well, I just need something that's only got these gates and that works in a slightly different fashion, and this is how Wiretap came about. So right, sometimes it goes into the software and then it comes out again, right? And yeah, and it's
I know, it makes sense. So I guess the news is that stuff is shipping. So what is so CVlization is shipping, obviously.
CVlization has been shipping for like 2 years or so, I think. But now Wiretap, so this black one, that's the one where you patch in a pitch CV from a sequencer or something, and it goes through here, so you can patch through, and then it creates a rhythm. It creates gates and even envelopes that you can use to modulate things.
So it's like a clock divider, clock distributor.
It does a little bit of clock division as well, and but in general, it as we say, where is it? Every melody deserves a rhythm, right? So,
Okay.
so it takes the CV from a melody and creates a pattern out of it, right? So sometimes musical, sometimes less musical, but if you use it, for instance, to have like one voice, yeah? You have one voice playing a melody, and then you can have like a different filter sweep when the melody goes up than when the melody goes down. That's quite interesting. You have quite interesting, very alive.
Yeah, it's interesting because I mean the sequencers that you can essentially put 16 steps into and then have variants, probability, ratchets, that sort of thing. That's the stuff that makes the most of it, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. So you playing at this show? You doing any performing at this show?
Actually no. I'm more a spectator. So I'm like I've got my crew here, and we just I'm just gonna try and relax and look at things, and no performance this time for me.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Urs. It's been great.
Yeah, you're welcome.